firm believer in you're not really a professional until you're making a living off something. So, like, you know, I was always kind of like rapping and probably had a rap dream. We from Philly, everybody got at least a verse, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we born in the music in Philadelphia, the sound of Philadelphia, just the soulful Philadelphia. But I feel like I became a professional probably like 2010, 2009, 2010. I started getting like good press and being in newspapers and rap magazines and just starting to learn how to grind and navigate the music. And I've been grinding ever since. So I would probably say 2009, 2010.
Nice. So being as though people say like, some people say it's good to be signed, some people say it's good to be independent. Like in your experience, do you think it's best to like go the independent route or be signed?
I think it depends on the situation. Like I feel like if you go get if you get signed early on and you get marketing dollars spent on you, and then you can get out your deal at some point with a big name and a buzz, I think it's great to go independent. If you somebody that doesn't have a big following, I think it could be great to be signed to a major label. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've had a chance to do both. You know what I mean? But my experiences were unique because, you know, I can't tell somebody like, you know, just stay independent. You know, is the best way because it's very expensive to be independent. It's very trying. It can be very trying to be signed too, but you can also end up, you know, being somebody like, you know, it's very few get to the level of like Drake do. But you know, what if you are that few? You know what I mean? Like somebody could easily tell Drake, like Drake would be the perfect artist to go independent right now because I mean, we've never seen nobody at the height he's at. So imagine if he was just to be like, yo, forget the labels, I'm gonna do woo woo. But at the same time, we don't know how his deal was structured. But the labels may be giving him such an enormous amount of money. He's like, well, why even go independent if I can get them to give me $1 billion? That's all we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we know, he can have it set up where he got 500 million in cash, 500 million in properties, 500 million in bitcoins. Because you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So Drake is at a point where he can go in there and get a blank check. So I can't tell Drake, oh bro, go independent. It'll be, you know what I mean? We don't know what it'll be.
True.
We see what he's doing now. So, you know what I mean? Meek Mills, we from Philly. Meek Mills was independent when he was doing headshot DVDs, right? He was dirt poor. You know what I'm saying? So then he signs with Maybach, Atlantic, or whoever, and then his life changes like this. So what I look like telling Meek Mills at that time, yo, stay independent, bro, keep grinding. Like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna get killed out here in South Philly, North Philly. So I think it depends on the circumstance of who the artist is and what they got going on. Because, you know, you got dudes who got athletes back and they play. You might not need no major because you got a bank, you got a checkbook. You know, somebody like that, or you got some investors or something like that, or some people just got their own money. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, you need relationships. You need to know how to spend the money. That's why we see so many like dudes from the street try to come into music and it doesn't work. Like Big Meech had more money than everybody, but he never got Blue Da Vinci popping like I'm sure he wanted to or thought he would. You know what I'm saying? And so, and he had all the money, all the advertisement, all the features you could think of. It just never matriculated. Like, and then you look at Jeezy, who was also closely tied to BMF. He went the major route with Def Jam and ends up going platinum a bunch of times and built an empire where they took Blue Da Vinci like the independent route, and before they got locked up, even before they got indicted, it never really took off like how, let's say, Jeezy did. So that's an example of independent even with money against somebody with a major.
So it's pretty much no matter what, all about how you negotiate.
It's all about your situation. It's definitely about, you know, I'm a firm believer you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So, you know what I mean? Like when people be like, oh, so-and-so, man, he got a bad deal. You know what I mean? So-and-so signed that deal. So-and-so hired a lawyer that green lighted that deal. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody signing deals no more in dark rooms and don't know what's going on. There's too much information out here now. Nobody should still be getting robbed or taken advantage of in 2021? 2021. Nobody should be getting robbed no more. We've seen it too many times.
True.
So a lot of that comes from poverty and desperation because you got kids who don't have nothing, and then somebody says, "Hey man, we got a $500,000 deal for you." They don't know that after taxes and after they don't know some of that's for the budget and this is for this and this is for that. And they look up and they walk away money is like $80K. They done already spent $100,000 off window shopping. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was when I got my first big check. Yo, bro, I bought everything that I ever thought I wanted. Like, I was buying the dumbest shit. Like, I just was like, I had a bag. You know what I'm saying? I never forget one day I went to the mall. It's the stupidest shit I ever did, man. And I spent like $10,000 at the mall. And then like, I caught a cab. I was downtown in Philly somewhere. And I was like catching cab. At the time, it wasn't even Ubers yet. I caught a cab to somebody's crib near the airport, dropped some money off. Long story short, the cab was like $300. Like he just running me around. He ain't give me no flat rate or nothing. So like I'm like run the meter. I'm talking shit. I'm rich in my head. You know what I mean? And and then you look back, you know, when that money goes away, because it always goes away.
Right.
You look back and be like, what was I thinking? You know, it's like fly stuff ain't fly once you get it. Who you are, you know, you ever wanted something so bad and you get it, you know what I mean?
That's how I feel every Yeezy drop, you know, it's the hype, you know, it's like, okay, I need them, there's nothing like it out here, then you get them, it's like, this don't match with everything, bro.
You wear them twice. And
Twice, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I was watching a video today, this dude was doing an unboxing video on YouTube, and I felt bad, because he unboxed something, right, and I was like, damn, he fire, right? And I had them already and didn't realize I had the sneaks he unboxed.
wow.
So I felt very ungrateful, and I felt like, damn, that shows you the nonsense that we accumulate, because like I forgot I had those sneakers. Like I literally like would have wore them like a couple days ago if I knew I had them, and I forgot. Like I was like, damn, I got them joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta be grateful, man. And I checked myself on that when I was like, damn, you know what I mean? I might have bought them again.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't clicking at the right time.
And then see him and be pissed off because he's not wasted.
Right.
You know,
It ain't even for me at this point. It's not even about being wasted. It's more the mindset.
Right.
Because like I could get over a couple $100, but it'd be like the mindset and the integrity of it. Because you know I work with homeless people. I work with poor people. I work in third world countries. So it's like I would have been more guilty over that than about $500. You know what I mean? Because I get money every day, so I can get the money back.
Yeah.
That's how you heal yourself with money. That's why the dunya, everything is temporary. Because like if I spend $500 right now, I can check my merch account at midnight, and I know for a fact it's gonna at least be $500 in there. So that's like you know what I mean? Like I could bounce on that. You know what I mean? It's different where it's like, yo, when somebody be like, if I spend this $500, I don't know where my next $500 coming from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what advice would you give to an artist that's like aspiring to be where you are right now, where you say you can live this life because you already did the work to set yourself up to this point? If an artist wanted to say like, Tom, I'm just trying to be like you, man. I'm trying to be out the way but still be relevant, still get money. What advice would you give them?
Well, first of all, I would tell them that's impossible to be like me, because like this is God given. Like never before has there been somebody this intelligent, this good looking, this my fashion sense, my strength. Like nobody, like it's never been nobody this pretty that can fight as good as me. Like I'm the toughest guy in the room. I'm the best looking guy in the room. I'm the fastest. I'm the smartest. So that's the first thing. You can't be like me. But what you can do is you can be the best version of you. And in order to be the best version of you, to me, it starts with your faith. You gotta love and fear the Lord. You gotta love and fear God. You gotta have that know. You gotta know that God is the knower and seer of all things. Because if you have that subconscious, like if I would have had that conscious in me when I was signed to Jeezy and when I was like all over the world, like if I would have had that in 2011, 2012, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now. But I allow arrogance and I allow substances, getting high, drinking. I got caught up in that rap culture, and I was so far removed from my deen. I didn't have that second mind to be like, hold on, bro, don't spend that money on that. Hold on, bro, don't do this. Hold on, bro, why you got all these women like these? That shit is crazy. These girls want, they use it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have, like now it'd be like, I get DMs from some of the most beautiful women in the world, and now I look at it like every woman that DMs me, I think you're the FBI. If I don't know you in real life, like I don't care who you are, you verified, how pretty you are, I don't give a fuck, bro. I literally look at everybody like a cop, and that protects me though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey brother, I love what you're doing, thanks, block. You know what I'm saying? Hey sis, I don't talk in my DM with women, you know what I'm saying? I have respect for my wife, yeah, if you can leave that shit in my comments. And they usually respect it, you know what I mean? But, so, I believe that faith is the first and most important thing. Because if you don't have faith in God, you're not going to have faith in yourself. You're not going to have faith in your dream. One that doesn't believe in God, what do you believe in? I be scared of niggas. Like people be so open with that now. Like I was gonna give back the other day in the bull. Somehow they got up on religion, and somebody said to him, "Oh, you," because everybody think everybody around me Muslim from the gate. My movement is so strong. You could be around me, be white, bald face, whatever. My niggas gonna put like, "Assalamu alaikum." Like you know what I mean? Like they just like you were told you got. So this one dude was given. He was a volunteer for the giveaway. He wasn't Muslim. He was just so proud to say, "Oh, I respect everybody's religion, but I don't believe in none of that stuff." And the first thing in my head was, I never want him around me ever again. Dangerous thing.
You keep going.
Yeah, like your mindset, everything. So for me, it starts with your faith. And then one thing that I have a work ethic that is undeniable. Like I work every day like it's my last. You know what I'm saying? Like most people that's doing the things I'm doing right now. I just told you I closed a deal to do a billboard in Times Square, right? I could have very easily been like, I don't gotta do this magazine. From Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got so much going on right now that you don't even know about yet. That's going to, like next week she gonna send you an article like, yo, look what someone doing that I can't really physically talk about. Well, I can talk about it now because you're not coming out till later. But like some of the things I'm doing are like so major that the average person in my seat would have been like, yo, let's do this interview over the phone or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where I'm like, where my visionary, I'm a visionary to say, yo, this dude in 24 months can end up being the biggest journalist ever. I've seen it happen. Like I met with dudes in little offices in New York, right? And they like the flunky. Tuma is this dude named Tuma. I met him at MTV Jams years ago. He had an office that was literally like from this table to maybe like where their green chair is at, like a small little hole in the wall office. He was in charge of MTV Jams, which MTV cared the least about that. It didn't really make them money off advertising, so that was kind of like their whatever, whatever. That was MTV Jams, and even now BET Jams is more like a blog on TV. Because they don't really give you content no more, it's just videos all day.
True.
Right? So long story short, I met with Tuma and he shared some stuff with me that was priceless that helped me with my movement. We talked. He was so surprised because at the time, this was around the time, to give you the time frame, Meek Mills had the video out, Rose Red. So that same day when I'm walking in, Charlie Mack is walking out. You know who Charlie Mack is, right? One of the most important people in entertainment in Philly. So the first thing the guy says to me is, he like, you from Philly? Like, why don't you have somebody like Charlie Mack, you know, or Marcus Sherms, some other legends. And when he said that to me, like, I ain't really have a set answer, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't need them niggas. You know what I mean? So to have that drive to know, like, I took pride in that. I took pride in getting on New York radio before getting on Pod 99. I thought that was dope. I took pride in being in MTV. I'm in the same meeting. Meek Mills isn't here because of Charlie Mack. Sean Trump is here because of the law, because he worked hard. It's a big difference. It's a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, I don't care what he say, and I love him, but when his video played for the first time, he didn't feel how I felt when my video played for the first time. And a true story, Meek was when my video played on MTV Jams, he was one of the first people to like support me. I'll never forget it. He supported it. And he remembers knowing that I was in the office by myself. You know what I mean? That dude could have easily been like, and I say this about Tuma because fast forward years later, Tuma started to be the guy that ran Spotify. Right? So imagine if I was a dick to him when he was the guy with the office. Now he's the biggest guy at YouTube. Like right now to this day. So now like, you know what I'm saying? Like think about the people. He remembers who shitted on him in that little office. And he remembers who was nice because I hit him months ago. I'm ice cold at the time. I don't got nothing going on. I'm not even working on music. And I hit him up and he responds right back. Hey bro, all love, man. Let me know what you need. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, I'm going to LA. I want to check out the YouTube shit, get some footage there. Man, anything you need. You see what I'm saying? All from, you know, just being polite. So I want all artists to know that's the best game I could give you. In this industry, in this culture, relationships is more important than money. You gotta have money too, but you can have all the money in the world if you don't got the relationships. It don't even matter.
You're just sitting there.
You just sitting there. So relationships and just having your shit together. And like I told you earlier, you know, be different, be on time. Like learn from others' mistakes. Like I watch interviews like game film. I watch these Philly niggas interviews. They can't look nobody in the eyes. They can't, you know. They don't get dressed nice for the interviews. They don't wear their own merch in the interviews. I pay attention to all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things I'm developing with this deal I got with Drop TV is like all my videos are gonna be shoppable now, which has never been done. So you watch the Sean Trump video and you pause the video and you click on my hoodie, it's gonna take you right to a shopping cart where you can buy my hoodie. You click on my sneakers. Like I can take this video right now, send it to my people, and then they'll be able to buy this hoodie.
So interactive like videos. Wow,
yeah, but it's gonna be your regular video. So just like imagine you watching a Drake video, you're like, damn, Off-White's crazy. You pause it. You don't gotta call the sneaker. No, you just hit that button, boom. This shit is next level. So we announcing it next week, but it's already it's called Drop TV with 2 P's on Drop and TV, and this shit's gonna be. I'm gonna make so much fucking money off of this, and the deal I structure where the stuff that's mine, I get 100% of it, which is unheard of. And then if you think about it from a stream level, right? If 1,000 people stream my video, I can make $500 very easily. I got $100 sweatsuits. So just think about that. 1,000 people, I could sell 5 sweatsuits, right? So that's a nickel right there. You know how many streams you got to get on iTunes to get a nickel? Like 98,000 streams. So I just took my streams from 1,000 people, which all my songs do 1 million streams. 1 million streams don't get you no money, bro. Don't get you no money. Let me tell you something, man. Rihanna's complaining about stream money. And think about how much streams she gets. So if Rihanna's saying, yo, this is bullshit, what you think people that's getting, even somebody like, you got kids who getting 50,000 streams on a song. That's a lot of streams. You think about it. Somebody
you see the number, you hype.
50,000 times, and then you get, $80 for that shit. Or some shit like
that. What is the ratio? Like somebody gotta talk to somebody.
It's like point 0.1.
Damn.
It's retarded, but we gonna change the game because I'm gonna give you. Remember I said this to you first. Something called NFTs. Just y'all just all Google that when y'all leave here.
I'm sorry. We just looked at that
I was
on
just
the way here, bro.
I was just telling him about that last night. I just texted you the article.
Wow, man.
You ain't gonna interview no other rapper in Philly that has any currency in NFT. Not even Meek probably yet. He'll eventually get on it because he's got people that's their job to get him on it. I get that shit on my own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gonna have it where you be able to exchange all types of currency. So stuff like that, and digital currency. Developing my own digital currency, my own bitcoins. Where like I'll have Trump bucks. You know what I'm saying? So now when you buy those, you gotta spend them with me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm allotting a certain amount of money where I have fans who literally, yo bro, I could put anything up and they gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna argue the price. Like I condition them to support me. When somebody says to me, yo bro man, you should make this more reasonable, you ain't my fan. You know you somebody just bumped and you just follow me for whatever reason, but I don't even respond to niggas like that. I delete them comments. Cause you gonna throw off these motherfuckers, cause guess what? Something expensive to you could be cheap to somebody else. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Cause for me, $100 sweatshirt is very reasonable.
True.
I got $100 shirt, so it's like, oh, I'm getting a whole suit for $100. Sign me
Top
up.
and bottom.
Right. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
So yeah.
So let's talk about like the Muslim Dom thing. I've like just been talking to the team like about how you're making like praying like super cool again. Like I'm not even gonna lie, when I first seen it, you know, I sent the screenshot of it to bro right here, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like nobody else doing that. It low key gave me chills, bro, because I'm like, you see people that tell you don't pray here because of however it looked to them, or don't be this way. I was that kid in middle school, take your kufi off, it's offensive, and you know that type of stuff.
Not, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So calling it a hat.
I just told that story, man. Like they used to tease me, man. My parents were so crazy, right? They used to send me to Catholic school, my kufi, you know. So I'm getting teased. Like they call me Africans. You know, that was like a bad joke when I was a kid. You Africans? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll be on this black pride shit. So they was like, I'm African like a motherfucker. But in 4th grade, nigga, I ain't no fucking African. You know what I'm saying? But look at the pride. Like I told somebody in another interview, I said, yo, when I was in 4th grade, I used to get to the corner of my block. I would look back at my house. Make sure my mom and dad wasn't looking. I take that fucking kufi off and jam it in my book bag. My kids don't think like that. My kids put that kufi on with so much pride and confidence and know like it's the coolest thing in the world to be a Muslim now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, it is.
It wasn't always like that. It was like you was almost looked at like you was soft if you prayed or if you was corny in it. Nah, make praying cool again. And what better to make cool? Like I told somebody the other day, it's like, yo, I love your channel. I said, this ain't no channel, it's a lifestyle.
Not sometimes you see challenge. That's why I like.
I'm one of the people on social media. I've never done no challenges because I always just want to do me. So it'd be like y'all throwing water on your head now. What's next? You know, you niggas is weird to me. So it's like I just try to always do like even in our faith. You know, if you mimic the kafir, you become them. So it's like I just try to always create. I don't complain. I just create my own waves. So instead of complaining, I don't care if 50 people get on it. Like if I got 50 people and it's way more than 50 because I wake up now and I got hundreds of mentions of people with their prayer rugs.
I see you reposting them. Yeah.
That's crazy though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like one of my bros told me the other day. He said, "Yo, bro, do you realize like people was getting up for fun? Like I got multiple, bro, and I don't post them all the time, but I got so many DMs of people like, yo, man, I'm back to praying Fajr again because of this. Like I ain't pray. Like you know what that means to me? Like you know what that? And the Imam Suhaib Webb said one day. He said, how will you use your gift? It's not your gifts. It's how you use your gifts. So Allah blessed me with this big platform, this globally respected platform. I'm pretty sure Allah don't want me just to be just rapping and just talking some gangster shit. So it's like, what can I provide good? So, the things that I do, when I do things, I'm a cool nigga, so it becomes cool. Like we made giving back cool. That wasn't, nobody ever looked at the guy that giving back like he was like a sex symbol or a thug or a gang or a fly nigga. Now they do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just me, I got a bunch of cool niggas now. Yo, we out here every Sunday feeding the people, providing love packs, doing big things for our community. Every weekend, every day during Ramadan, I brought groceries to people in Southwest Philly. I'm not even from Southwest Philly. I just took 10,000 to the masjid in Southwest Philly. I don't even go to that masjid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how I use this platform. Okay, I'm partnering with all these big companies now. These big companies. I was on the phone with a day with a guy. He says, I want to donate food. I got lamb. I got all this stuff. He said, how many families you know in need? I said, too many to name. You know what I'm saying? You calling me like you some big shot. I need 200 families fed.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so many.
It's so many people.
Yeah, like it makes you feel sometimes guilty when you're doing a good deed this way, and it's like, dang, I didn't get around. You know, I didn't get to him.
It happens to me every weekend. How you think we feel when we run out of stuff? You know, like we get that last bag away and then a pregnant lady walk up. Excuse me. Niggas be in their pocket pulling off money because everybody like, we can't not give her nothing.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's real out there, man. But I love that work and I take more pride in that work than anything I could ever do with music. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, inshallah, that could be not only just mine, but the people I'm with and my family. That could be our ticket to Jannah. You just never know what that's going to be, but I know what it ain't going to be. I don't think God's going to bless me with Jannah because of no gangster shit I did or no rap shit I did or nothing like that. But I know if we can find a way that, you know, do this humanitarian work and not just us, but we inspire people. Like I got a brother who hit me from Michigan who now he feeding the people because of what he saw us doing. You know what I mean? So it's like we hoping that those blessings, you know, Allah bless the prostitute with paradise who she fed a dog. She fed a stray homeless dog. And that was her ticket to paradise. So imagine like this is a prostitute. And Allah's mercy so great that like for her, like, cause I pictured that story in my head. I was like, damn, imagine this girl like at the night of just sleeping with all types of niggas. She always made sure to hold on, let me go get something for this dog to eat. Yeah. And Allah's so kind. Man, I could go on and on for days, man. Another story, man. It was a brother who had killed his mother. He was a drinker. Like he was somebody that the whole town thought was like this great religious guy, right? And some dude came to the town and he had a dream, and he told the guy, like, I'll be honest. I was like, if I had a dream about you, right? I'm like, yo, bro, I had a dream. Like the world ended and you ain't go to paradise. You like, but I'm more shocked because you know your sins. So I'm like, but you always pray the most. You get the most account. But he was an alcoholic behind closed doors, right? So one night he gets so drunk. You know the story? He gets so drunk. His mom, you know, why are you drinking? You need to be making salah. He hits his mom, takes her and puts her in the oven. Kills his mother, right? Boom. I don't know, may Allah forgive me, I don't know how he died, but he ends up on his day of judgment, right? His mother, you know, remember he killed her. His mother, oh Allah, please reunite my son and Jannah with me. And Allah answered her dua and forgave this brother and sent him back to his mother.
That's deep.
That's super deep. Like when we heard this story, like Mufti told me this story, Mufti Rafiq. And when he told me this story, bro, we was in Africa and I was listening to everybody at the table called their mom. Niggas was like,
seriously.
Like niggas was in the corner.
I know you praying for me.
What? Yeah, yo. Like and I'm a product of that because I lived a wild life, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, I always be like, yo, how? Like I had one of my niggas was in jail. I'll never forget. He was like, yo, man, you did everything we did, but you always somehow you just always like 1 second. And it's my mother's prayers and the Lord's mercy that was the only difference. And I'm the one nigga I prayed through everything. You know, when you hear people all the time, man, I'm about to get back on my deen. I ain't never say that because I don't give a fuck about selling coke, weed, shooting niggas. I prayed. It sound crazy, but I prayed, and I had got a testimony one day. I was in a Musalia, and this brother said, I don't give. He didn't say I don't give a fuck, but he was like, I don't care what you doing. Pray. That's the only way to come out of that state you in. So you can't say I'm gonna be trapping, and when I'm done this, when I get 10K, then I'm gonna get back on my deen. It ain't never gonna happen because when you get 10K, you're gonna want 20K. When you get 20, you're gonna want 30. Not only that, you might get smoked before you get to 10K. And then you die in the state of koof, and then you might burn in hell, all because what? You ain't praying. So I don't give a fuck what I'm doing, bro. I bump my head, man. I ask the Lord, please forgive me. Like, cause I'm in love with the fact that once I learned, Allah is the forgiver of all things, I'm like, it almost gave me like a pass. I'll be in there plotting on niggas like, I'm gonna shoot this nigga and I'm gonna ask the Lord forgive me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Allah's mercy is real. So, you know what I mean? Like that saved my life, that saved my career. I've been running laps around these niggas in Philly for over a decade. And I can tell you for a fact, I know personally niggas in Philly who rap way better than me. They don't make more money than me, they don't travel more than me, they don't make more moves than me, you know what I mean? Because of my faith, because of my hunger, because of my work ethic, my professionalism, my class, and I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? Because I was a nigga, everybody hated on, oh, he ain't better than me, he whack, he this, he that. Oh, so-and-so way higher, so-and-so them niggas got regular jobs now, man. I be bumping them niggas at supermarkets and shit. I'm like, damn, what up, boy? Them niggas be salty when they see me, you know what I mean? I'm in that joint icy as fuck, bad joint with me, and them niggas in there stocking the shows. Good rapping ass niggas. What happened? But I salute them because at least you got a job, you know what I mean? But it's tough. Imagine being just a good rapping ass nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you see a nigga who in your head, you know you can smoke him, but I do my thing.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. It definitely has a lot to do with like the inner you.
Oh,
You know,
believe
yeah,
it. Believe it. A whole lot. Believe it.
How would an artist get your attention?
That's a good question. I usually vibe over with females, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I vibe over with females, like, that's something I learned from Tupac. You know what I mean? Tupac was like, you know, the females will let you know, so it's like, you know, the females in my family, the females in my life, kind of like what they vibe off of. Cause you gotta think, if a female like a rapper, he gotta be special for a girl to be like, yo, babe, you heard so-and-so?
True.
You like, who?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My babe put me on some young nigga yesterday named Tusi. And I never heard it. You heard of Tusi yet? Yeah, see?
Where you from?
You from North Carolina.
Oh, shit.
So
Okay.
apparently he from like the same campus, the baby. But this nigga's huge though. Like he got gold plaques and millions of followers. Like right, I ain't know nothing about the nigga. But my babe put me on. And one thing, man, like I'm big on that. Like I like what women love.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like when I go out my house, yesterday I went out right, and this lady said to me, she said, damn, shit, you smell good, right? So I buy another bottle of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I go out with a nigga, if a nigga be like, yo, what's that cologne oil you got on? It's like that shit don't move me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm about the women. So you know, if I hear my babe playing a certain song and I don't know, yo, what's that you keep listening to? Oh, this song. I'm searching that song that same night. Let me hear what this shit is.
Yeah. I'm the same way, bro. Because you gotta know what's hot. Like,
Women,
sometimes, true. Because my sisters, like, they wasn't like my older sister. She was more of a like DMX, you know, old school type rap. And I feel like that's the reason why I know what to listen to now. Because I know what.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I'm 29, sorry. Yeah.
Man, you too fucking young. I mean, you too old to be called DMX old school, nigga.
Yeah, bro. If you look at
29.
But if you look at it compared to where it is now,
No, because I did an interview with Fox 29, right? And the lady who on Fox, her son was like this young white kid, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, man, you fired to be old school. I'm like, old school, nigga? I ain't no fucking old school.
Well, you know, they use that term loosely as hell.
But I had to think about it. This is a kid who thinks Travis Scott's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
So we old school to that, you know what I mean? So I was
true.
like, damn. So it's all about perspective. But yeah, man, the ladies, I go off the ladies, man, whether it's fashion, it's like, before I leave the crib, like, I'm like, yo, how does it look?
Yeah.
And I be bad as shit, like if she don't like it, but I listen.
You gotta change it.
You gotta change that shit right now.
Then she gonna be like,
yeah, she like, I don't like that hoodie or something. I'm like, why? I debated. Wow, what you mean? Why? Because it don't argue all I want, but guess what I'm doing? I'm taking that fucking hoodie off.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so the ladies keep you up on
the
what it
ladies
is.
keep me up on everything, man. Culture, period. Food, music. You be lying if you don't say the women's curate the things we love and like. And if you a man, why the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, a perfect example was cologne. Who would I rather like my cologne, her or you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if she says my cologne, I don't like that. It's kind of strong, and you be like, man, that shit fire. Fuck you, you can have it. Yeah, since you like it, so fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I listen to the ladies, man. You can't go wrong with it.
It's one thing I want to definitely ask you. How did your brotherhood with Steven Jackson like develop? I noticed that was like pretty solid.
Being myself, and me being myself. What you realize when you be your true self, there's a lot of people that relate to you and your true self.
Right.
So if you think of somebody like Steven Jackson having any interest in Islam, who we gonna relate more to? Is you gonna relate more to like Mufti Mink or somebody like that who seems so holier than thou, or is you gonna relate to a Tom Trump?
Right.
People know my story, know my struggle. You know what I mean? It's tattooed on my face, it's tattooed on my hands, it's in my criminal record, it's in my Instagram. My lifestyle is very open, so you know, to somebody from our world and our culture, it's like, damn, let me holler at the brother to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our brotherhood is sincere. You know, we inspire each other. Like I'll be talking to him and I don't be really realizing like I'm talking to like an NBA world champion or shit like that. It's just like another one of my ox now. You know what I'm saying? The brother is, and he's a new shahada. So when new shahadas, they be so in love with Islam. I think that's the most beautiful thing about, you know, reverts, like they just, you know what I mean, like you know, they just be greeting everybody, like nigga be cross the streets, oh my god! I'm like, bro, he come over here with his nigga don't want to miss no Saleh. Nigga be 2 blocks down working, yo, he Muslim, I'm like, bro, he can't even hear you.
Thanks, right. That's really
but we get so in uniform with it. That's one of Philly's biggest problems. Like Philly knows so much of the religion, can speak the language, can give you every hadith. But our hearts are very hard here. That's why so much division within the Ummah. Look around the time when Eid come. We got 75 different Eid celebrations. Why isn't the one that where the Eagles play at? It should be 60,000 people in there. The Ummah should be at the Eagle Stadium. No, bro. On my way to my Eid festival, I ride past 3 other joints. You know what I'm saying? Like looking, oh who that? Oh that's who that? That's they all black Muslims. They all people we grew up with. No, but now with some division. Or they Salafi, they upon. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. But welcome to Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Philly the only place where even in religion we beef. Like, we beef with everything.
I was about to say that.
Niggas beef with Philly niggas. Yo, like we wild here, man. But I always say it's blessings in the trial. So for somebody like me that travels the world, I'm so tough because of this town. Nothing can move me when I move around, bro. Like, you know, shit that niggas be scared to death of. Like, you can't name another rapper from Philadelphia who's gotten money. I've gotten money in Flint, Michigan. You know what I mean? Atlanta, the real Miami. A lot of guys go to Atlanta and they only go to where everybody's at. They go to Miami. No, I done got money in Overton. I mean, show me another rapper from Philly that got footage in Little Haiti with Zopan. I got that. This is 12, 15 years ago. I'm with Zopan when niggas was scared to death to be around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like in Compton, when I'm in Compton, I'm at Game Crib. I'm with his big brother FaZe. I'm on Brazil and Wellness, and this is documented. This is on the internet. Like, you know, I'm going to these places because why? One, I only fear the law. A lot of these places I go with me and just one other my ox. But this was early in my career. I can't afford to bring the whole block. I gotta pay for like one nigga to go with me to kind of watch my back. And usually the other ticket, I was usually flying the girl with. You know what I mean? So that's how I was moving. You know what I mean? So and I was going everywhere, bro. Every hood, from DC to everywhere. And now it's even further because now I leave the country and do the same work. And now I'm going to, you know, I was in Wajir County, Kenya, right? Ain't no hood in America that could fuck with that. You know what I mean? That's a third world country. I'm in a place where the kids never heard of LeBron James or Drake. I'm in a place where they don't have no Wi-Fi and all that kind of shit. So you talking about pure desperation, pure hunger, pure starvation, poverty on a whole nother level. Like y'all is millionaires to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even know y'all business, but just looking at y'all, I know that. Like y'all millionaires to them. So, you know, you see that world, man, you gotta be grateful. I'll be grateful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So lastly, like, if there was any advice you could leave to a young Muslim that's out here trying to go in the music industry and still balance his deen, what would you like for him to know?
Maybe the first thing I would advise them is don't get in the music industry. It's a very wicked, very, very cold, very mean industry, and I think you gotta be a special individual to navigate it without falling. So I don't think it's the ideal industry for a striving, praying Muslim. You know what I mean? If you're already in it, it's different. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody that's like waking up tomorrow, like, yeah, I want to be a rapper. Like, I want my kids to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to advise nobody else's kids to do it. But I'm torn because it also is the thing that changed and helped save my life. It's afforded me a great life. Obviously, it's from the law first, but I know what my job is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, it's tough. But yeah, I would say stay from it. But if you're already in it, I would say the best way to balance it is to incorporate your deen. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you listen to my new music. My old music, I never mentioned Fudger. My old music, I never mentioned Sulla, praying. My new music, I find ways that, like I do with making praying cool again in the post. I find ways to make being cool as a Muslim. Like, we make it like, if you don't know no better, you're like, these Muslims are the coolest niggas in the world. That's true. We are, though, you know what I mean? But they haven't seen it before, because even with the Muslims in the industry that came before me, let's be honest, none of them niggas wasn't like known to be like pretty boys or be super fly. They might have been strong or, you know, tough guys. You know, like if you think about state property, you had a lot of Muslims in there. Freeway Beans, them niggas wasn't known to be like the ladies then. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different thing. Like, we coming out in a way where like I'm gonna wear pink shit, I'm gonna do fly, extra fly shit, I'm gonna throw furs on. You know what I'm saying? My lady, you know, last night I spoke at a graduation. My lady got her hijab on, but she got a rollie on too. You know what I'm saying? She gonna shine how I shine. You know what I'm saying? I want little Muslim girls at that event last night to see her and be like, damn, look at his wife. She's fine too. You know what I mean? We carrying it. That's how we carry it. So it's like, that's important to me. I started selling kids merch last night. First thing, what you think the first thing I posted was my kids in the merch. And I tell my kids, whatever money we make for the children's merch, y'all get all the money. I'm gonna show y'all how to bank it. I'm gonna show y'all how to invest it. I'm gonna show them how to do the NFT thing. I'm gonna show them how to do the Bitcoin thing, all that. And they 4, 7, and 15. So they get a super head start on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they get a super head start on it. So I'm just carrying it, man, and teaching legacy. So it's like, to totally answer your question, the first answer would be I would tell them don't get in the music industry. But for the ones that are already in it, I would just say try to balance and incorporate your deen the best you can. Not bitter. Don't try to reinvent nothing. Don't innovate. Don't try to make it. Don't be rapping hadiths and don't be. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what I mean. Like if praying is a part of your day, maybe you should put it. Like me, I say in jungle. I pray Fajr and I'm back to trapping. It's just a true line. It's not just some bar. I'm saying like I pray Fajr and after Fajr I can't sleep, so I'm back to working my ass off. Like the second I fold my rug up, I'm on that phone selling something, pushing something. Like even with the make prayer cool again. Nobody knows this yet, right? But I got a deal to sell prayer rugs. So now that I got the whole internet sending me pictures of their prayer rugs, right? And this was subconsciously because when I first started doing it, I didn't know I was gonna get the deal for the prayer rugs. It came through the post, and that's a law. The law provides. The law saying, "Damn, you taking this step to make people pray again." I didn't have no business mindset in this. I didn't even know how I didn't think of making money from this. I didn't even think of people copying it. I just did. I was talking to Stack. It was our thing. Like, yo, we gonna make everything cool. We gonna make praying cool. Yeah. These corny niggas making all this. They doing drugs cool. Like that's not cool. Being
lean and all that.
Yeah, that's just not cool. So then fast forward, boom, I get a WhatsApp from the company. Boom, yo, listen, we gonna make you handmade rugs from Medina. Right? We mailing them straight from Mecca. The MDF logo will be like on the tag on the side. You know, I make X amount of dollars, mashallah. But that all started from me just taking a positive step in just the right direction. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you walk to Allah, He'll run towards you. So you know what I mean? Like because I wasn't trying to do it for money, because I can lie to y'all and say that, but Allah knows everything. Right. Allah provides. Boom. Like that may end up being my biggest seller. Because now you got people who think about people who can't go to Mecca, right? Don't have the money or the means, or honestly just haven't been invited by Allah yet. Now you can get a prayer rug from Medina, and then the actual commercial, you'll see me introduce the rugs, right? And then we showing you the process. We literally shooting the commercial in Medina at the Haram, where people were gonna be at the Prophet's Masjid with the materials. Imagine this whole experience. You any Muslim in the world, what Muslim is gonna watch that video and not get a rug? Right. It's gonna be almost impossible, even with the mail, because your mail gonna say Mecca. Which is like, you know what I mean? That's something most people don't get. Like, I've been to Mecca and I never got mail from. Have I got mail from Mecca? I don't think I have. I probably did, but most people did. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you waiting on your rug and your rug DHL, Mecca. You like, you gonna pray on that joint.
And you gonna document
the conviction when you pray on that joint, and even when you like, yo, this rug from Mecca. I don't care what you get from Mecca. My mom bought me a kafaya from Palestine. That joint is different to me. And I got Burberry, Louis, I got all them joints, but that joint my homie got me from Palestine, basic red and white joint, but I just know it's from the Holy Land, so it's like, I wear that joint, I feel different with that joint, you know what I'm saying? Mashallah, so yeah, man, I got so much shit, man. I do these interviews every day, right? And the second y'all pull up, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to tell this guy about this, because I just got so much shit going on, but it's all from Allah. Right. And when I gave, you know, I made a lot of money before I committed to Islam, but all that money come and go. Nobody's never happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I always different women, so while she's happy, she's mad. You know? Now it's like when you do it for the sake of the Lord, bro, like the littlest things, man, is just the contentment, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, just treat my mom to dinner, you know, get my baby feet and hands done, and, you know, just little small things. Yeah. The kids, they get in the Roblox, so you buy them a little card. That little $50 card is like giving them $1,000 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I was young and selling drugs, I'm buying my kids all these expensive ass clothes, they don't even know what it is. You know, shit that you're doing for your own fulfillment. You know what I mean? So you grow and you learn. So that's all I tell everybody. I don't give a fuck if you're doing music, selling drugs, working as a telemarketer. You know what I mean? Love what you're doing, man. Have that passion for it. And if you do it with God, because this is what you gotta understand, little bro. I'm gonna end it like this. If you're doing something right, you either doing it with a law or you're not. So if you're not doing it with a law, who you doing it with? It's just like meeting with a female. If I meet with sis right here, right, it's always going to be me, her, and another person. It's either going to be shaitan or Allah. You know what I mean? That's why you're supposed to have a witness there. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't care who it is. If there ain't no witness there, you talking different. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right.
I went to this comedy show with this bad sister one time, right? She invited me to this comedy show in New York, right? And I'll never forget, she had her hand on the table, right? And I'm trying to be so good, but because the devil was there, right? Her hand looked so fucking good to me. Like, I was like, I'm looking at her hand like, that's the prettiest fucking hand I've ever seen. I wouldn't have been thinking that shit if her dad was there. You know what I mean? You would have been like, you almost feel like, you can, right? And you feel like he can read your mind. So you're like,
But because it's just me and her, yo, bro, her hand looked like water was coming out her nose. So I was like, yo, look how beautiful her hands is. Her hand, yo, I'm like, yo, before you know it, nigga, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and she like, what's up? You know what
She
I mean?
was like holding my hand back. That's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Now I got her fucking up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that shit goes all downhill. You know what I'm saying? Because if I pop there, you gonna get, inshallah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You super rocky.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Man, you in that joint? I'm at a fucking Tracy Morgan show. Now this nigga talking about sex, all types of shit. The whole shit fucked up now. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely some drinks going through.
We don't do drinks. I'm drunk off life, so I don't need the drinks. But shit, he talking about sex now. The first thing I'm thinking is because I was scared to even laugh at the sex jokes because I don't know how she gonna take it, right? The second she crack up the one, what you think I'm doing? Like, oh, this shit funny to you? Oh, it's hilarious to me.
Right.
That shit fucked up, bro.
It is.
You see what it is,
Exactly.
right? Oh, you cool with this?
Yeah.
Be careful.